I quickly want to show how to create a base pose for a Metahuman, how to do a transition from the base pose to an animation with a Metahuman, and sending it with the LiveLink tool to CLO3D. So mainly this tutorial is about the CLO LiveSync plugin, how to use it when you want to have like garment animations for your Metahuman pre-simulated in CLO3D. Let's go right into it. I created already this scene and I added my Metahuman. Make sure that you installed your CLO plugin, your Substance plugin, and also Metahuman Creator, so you can have the same asset as I have here. I also opened already the Metahuman blueprint. Go to Viewport, Sync, and I'm normally setting my num LODs to 0, as you see here. Compile and save, and that's the setup where we're starting with. So I have my Metahuman. I also have a bunch of simulations here, and in past it was like when you export your Metahuman to CLO3D, you also had the skeleton mesh inserted, which is not longer the case. I don't know why. I also ask why they stopped this. Maybe they will fix this in future, but as long as it's not fixed, we find another solution, and this is mine here. Maybe there's an easier one, but I don't know. Starting with creating a base pose, which you can use also for CLO to send it over, is I'm adding a level sequence and I'm just calling it SQ_walk. It does not matter how you call it because you can use it for several things. And then I'm selecting my Metahuman in the outliner and drag and drop it over. I want this base pose in a length of 30 frames, so I'm going here, type in 30, and then ending my sequence at frame 30. I jump back to the beginning and select the body, right mouse click, create linked animation sequence. In past I used baked animation sequence, and I'm not sure what's the difference so far between, but I saw in the CLO documentation that they use create linked animation sequence, so I'm using this one. I go to my folder in the content browser, which is like, I made an animation folder and I call it base pose. If we go to the content browser now, we see that we created this base pose here, and with a double click I can open it and I see nothing is happening. I can send this base pose already over to CLO. The one thing what I want to do is always like disable here or set it over to enable post-process animation blueprint, and then LiveSync and select geometry cache, and make sure when you want to send it over to go to the CLO tab and also have CLO open. And you should also add the head when you want to send it over. Therefore we go here to skeleton mesh, add element, and select the face mesh. If you want to know more about the steps I'm doing now, I created another tutorial which is called Clipping Issues with Metahuman, so check this one out if you want to learn a bit further. Here we have our avatar in the base pose, and you can drape your garments on it and like have everything ready. Now in Unreal I have some nice simulations which I want to use, and they are too short. First of all, they are too short, but they're also like starting already like in the walk pose, and if I would send them over I would have to drape the garment again. So what I want to do is like make the animation longer and also adding the base pose to the beginning, so I don't have to drape the garment by myself. I can just like hit the record button and it's like ultimately working by itself. So I show you what I mean. I go back to my sequencer and I just make this back to longer, like 150 frames. And I'm adding now, and first I'm deleting the Metahuman control rig. If I'm not deleting it, I cannot add my animation. It will just like stay in the same place. I go to the little plus button, animation, and then I have already like a walk in place, which is 40 frames long. So if I'm playing this, I can also now extend this animation already to like 150 or even longer. Also in front, I make it a bit longer. Oh no, I don't make it longer. And to make it longer, I'm just like extending it by like dragging this one up. And to add now my transition, I'm also hitting this animation plus button again and selecting my base pose, and it's also adding now to the sequence here, and you see it's already kind of like blending both. we want to merge both. So what I need to do to merge them is to like just move this here right on top. And then you see it's blending from the beginning to the end, but still it starts already a bit too early. So before I'm like merging them, I correct some parts. I want this animation to be starting at frame 2, so that I start really with my base pose in the beginning. And then I also want that the beginning of my walk cycle is always like at frame 30. So I'm like moving this one here around by like dragging the full timeline, and then you see like this little like dots here, which you can match then like to frame 30. And then again, I'm taking this part here and like moving it to like, let's say maybe like the first 4 frames I really want to have like still the base pose valid, but I also don't want the base pose like still transitioning at frame 30. So I like make this one also like 2 frames shorter. And then again, I'm like placing it on top of each other, and you see like by this little curves, it's showing like how much it's blending at which point. So when I now press the play button, it's a smooth transition from frame 0 to frame 30. And I even recognize sometimes there is a glitch in the beginning at the end of the animation when I'm saving it. So therefore I'm like even extending it from the start and the end frame. And now when I press the play button, it's not affecting like my current sequence, but I just like keep it running like this. And I also go back to like frame 0 just in case. And now to save the animation, I'm going to body, right mouse click, and again create linked animation sequence. I select my animation and then I like call it walk transition 150 frames. So this is the naming I'm usually giving to remember what I've done in this, and press OK. I saved this already, so I'm not like doing it again, and hit the export button. Now if I switch back to my animations, I can check it. And as said, sometimes this glitch is happening. Therefore, it's even better that you have like a longer transition phase. Like it's the first like 1, 2, 3 frames can be damaged. When it's freshly saved, it feels like it's not happening. Probably it's happening when you switch between like post-process animation blueprint and switch back and forth between them. I'm actually not sure. Now I can again like export my geometry cache to CLO. And in CLO I see now that I have like my animation with a transition. If I later don't want to export like the transition part, I can just like move to frame 30 and like set this as starting frame. When I then import like my animation and simulation, my simulation to Unreal, it's starting from frame 30, so be aware when you're like dragging it to your sequencer that you have the same starting frame. And that's it. I hope you found this video helpful. Follow for more tips on CLO3D, Unreal, and digital fashion in general. Happy if you leave a comment, let me know if you had any issues so far, or if you're having other problems. Yeah, might be when this video is recorded that there was already an update and it's no longer necessary to do these steps, but can be helpful.